Pentacles. All right. So let's see here. So this King of Swords here, I'm going to read this as you. I'm going to read this as you in this situation. Just because it's coming up, you know, at the forefront of this. And with the moon in the reverse position, in this situation, I'm reading this for an air sign. So this is actually a very good placement for the moon. Because with the King of Swords, he is very sound of mind. He's very decisive. And he is also very disciplined with his thinking. In an emotional situation, he does not let his feelings cloud his judgment. And I feel this month, you're a little skeptical, and you're actually a lot more rational than you are at other times of the year, Libra. So this is a very good month for you. And you know, we are in the time of Aquarius, which is the time of air. And Aquarius are notoriously impersonal. So it is a very good time for you to channel this energy just so you can make more objective decisions in your life. You're more objective about the people and the love relationships that you've had in your life. So this is a very good energy, okay? So I see that really strong coming on strongly. So at the same time, okay, so we have a situation here in which you're very level-headed and you're very sound of mind, and your intuition and your thinking might be a little fuzzy towards the beginning of February just because of the Mercury in retrograde. Your ability to be objective is not going to come through until the middle of the month and towards the end of the month, which is going to help you navigate some troublesome situations that are coming up towards the end of the month. Okay, so let's just move on here. You have a situation in the Ace of Cups with it in reverse. There is potentially a new love situation, and I feel this is like residual energy coming through from January. If there is a new love relationship that has started in January, you're quickly finding out that things are not all they seem, and you're a little disappointed. So you're actually taking a break from that situation to really assess whether or not you still want to be in that new relationship, okay? If this is something that is started during Mercury in retrograde within, you know, the 20th of January, is not good for you, you need to let it go. But if this is something that started at the beginning of January, or some like old fling coming back from the past, you really have to think about it. And I feel that, you know, this cycle here, it is just a really very interesting way in which this circular type of rationalizing and reasoning is taking on a circular pattern, in that you don't really want it, it's not exactly what you're hoping for. So you're just like, okay, let me take some time away from that person, you know, or that relationship. And then you're just like, what do I really want? And then you get to this situation where he's like, okay, I really, really have to break up with them, or, you know, not have them in my life anymore. And then you get back to here where you're just like, maybe I should rely on my intuition to tell me what I really want, you know? And then you're going back here again, and you're just like, maybe I can give it another try. So it's this circular line of reasoning, and I feel that it's going to keep you stuck here until the end of that Mercury retrograde period, in which you come out on top. Your thinking skills and thinking abilities and your objectivity is greatly enhanced once that Mercury is out of its shadow period, and your thinking ability is going to be increased, and you can look at this and move forward from this, okay? So just be a little objective. Don't let this circular, you know, self-doubt and patterns of reasoning and decision-making just spin out of control, because I do see that, like, very strongly. Just the way the characters are laid out, and, you know, he's pointing up again. So it's like this vicious pattern, this vicious circle, and you're not going to be able to extract yourself from it. So don't overthink it. you can either make a decision and move on, or better yet, wait until the very last week of February to move ahead with this, okay? And I still see you possibly at an impasse towards the end of the month. But let's look at the other cards. So, you know, I have this situation here. Three of Wands, you're looking at the past and you're trying to come to terms with the past. It is next to this Ace of Cups, so I feel like there's a very strong possibility that it is a love relationship from the past, or like a very strong emotional bond that you've had with that person in the past. They have also not been very honest with you, you know. They have not been their best self. They are not putting their best foot forward. And in this situation, you don't really trust them. So I just feel like, you know, again, this whole energy is feeding this circle as well, this vicious cycle. So they haven't been honest in the past, and you're just like, what should I do? They haven't been honest, and you're in the process, you're going through this whole circular way of thinking again. So to get yourself out of this, these two are the relief here. Okay, with the Hierophant, he's upright, and the Two of Swords, she is in the reverse position, which is great, which is good. Because I feel that, you know, enlightenment and just finally coming to terms with things and making a decision is going to happen the end of this month. And it's not going to bring you a lot of satisfaction having to sever that person from your life and severing that relationship. But I feel that you're going to... it's going to be good for your growth, okay? It's not going to be a decision that you make lightly, because it's going to affect you profoundly. And that's why you have this whole circular way of rationalizing why you should stay as much as why you should walk away. But towards the end of the month, you're going to come to a decision about this situation. If this is a work situation, though, it's going to be very easy for you. If this is dealing with a partner in which you have a lot of emotional baggage from the past, then it's going to be a little bit difficult, because I know a lot of Libras are like notorious for being indecisive and for jumping in and out of relationships. That's just how I feel. And it's mainly because, you know, you're that balance, and partnerships provide that mirror for you in which you can bounce ideas and your thoughts off the other person, and also to find you learn about yourself through other people. So, you know, people relate in different ways with a lot of Libras. You find what you're about through how others perceive you, okay? So it's really hard for you to sever relationships, because you feel like you're also losing a chunk of yourself. So I understand that it is very difficult, but I just feel that the person that you've been involved with have not been completely honest, and they're just not, you know, the right person for you. Okay, so all the people here are upright, and I feel with your energy, you're upright. If there's a Virgo in your life, they're upright. If there's a Taurus here, they're upright. So I'm not sensing a strong energy from the partner unless it is a Pisces that you're involved with. If there's a Pisces in your midst, you know, who's part of this relationship, just know that they're not honest, they're never going to change, and they enjoy playing the victim. And the Pisces is showing up in the reverse position, so they're manifesting the negative qualities of the Pisces, which is, you know, dishonesty, victimhood, and just self-pity. So they're mired in a very bad pattern of behavior. They're not going to change. You deserve so much better. Okay, so extract yourself from this situation and find peace within yourself to let them go, because it is not your responsibility to take care of others and to change them and to make them whole again. That is their responsibility to themselves. So no matter how bad things are for the other person, don't do things for them out of pity. If you really want to have an equal relationship or a very nurturing and fulfilling relationship, don't take on the burden of, taking care of the other person, because that is not your responsibility. They need to be able to stand on their own 2 feet. So it is not your place to have to take care of them in that way, okay? A relationship is give and take. So I know it's like very intuitive knowledge. People know that, but they lose objectivity once they're in a relationship. And I feel like with you Libras, you tend to do that a lot. You rationalize and you try to help others, and you get in a situation where you lose yourself in the process of entering a relationship. So it is very important for you to maintain your boundaries. And with Pisces too, they lose themselves in the relationship, and they idolize things and they idolize people, and that's what keeps you coming back, because the way you are, you appear to be, their salvation, and you enjoy that role. You feel like you want to be needed, and they also in the process they feel like they want to be in there with you because you're stronger, and it's a very toxic environment, okay? And I don't want that for you. I don't want that for you, and it is not your responsibility to have to take care of them in that way. They need to be able to snap out of it and do it themselves. So the decision is easy. I feel that walking away from this would bring you a lot more inner peace. It's not going to be easy, so I just have to warn you, it's not going to be easy. And it's a situation where there's a lot of dependency, I feel. So I know it's going to be hard, but I hope you make the right choice come the end of February, okay?